Alright, what is up YouTube? HPJ here, and look guys, it's another, I was gonna say it's another Digimon video. It's another Digimon video. No, this is another Puzzles and Dragons team video, and hopefully I can make this one a little shorter than my last one, because my last one was like 30 minutes, and I apologize deeply for that because I did not think my team was going to be 30 minutes. Or at least a 30-minute video. So please bear with me because it is definitely a big loop trying to get back into something like this. Because Puzzle and Dragons is a lot different from what I normally do when it comes to reviewing or analyzing or even going over things. But we have another Puzzles and Dragons team, and this one is actually a more recent team. Many of you probably are playing this team to get through certain. This is Goma. Sorry, is it Goma or you Doma? You should be Doma. Okay, and if you do recognize these characters, yes, they are the Demon Slayer characters. Puzzle and Dragons had a collaboration this year with Demon Slayer, and it was one of the highly anticipated collaborations that people were excited for. I want to say this was a rerun, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this was definitely a rerun from the original time we did get Demon Slayer. And I did Demon Slayer came maybe about a year or two ago, and it wasn't bad. The problem was is that there were a lot of teams left unfinished, and a lot of mechanics that we were waiting for to really fully evolve, so we can address the issues that was there. And by we, I mean myself. Um, I honestly don't care much for Demon Slayer. I'm just gonna put that there. And while yes, I know many of you were probably screaming, "Are you gonna do? Do you have a Doma team? Do you have a Doma team? Do you have a Doma team?" I do have a Doma team. I have used my Doma team, but I'll be very honest with you. A lot of Puzzle and Dragons teams, just like this one, take a lot of time and skill that I don't have. I did conquer a couple of dungeons with Doma, and I will honestly say if there is any water leader that I would kindly recommend if you have the time to want to learn it, it would be a team surround with Doma if you are one of the more intermediate players. But if you're like a returning player and you're just trying to get a grip on something, I highly wouldn't recommend a Doma team or Doma himself, because Doma teams, you need, and unfortunately this has to happen, you need what is basically the payment for your team. And you have to exchange, if need be, for pieces if you do not have it. Because Gung Ho likes to throw a wrench at you when it comes to team creation. And if your creation comes from a collaboration, unfortunately, that means that 95% of it is going to have to come from the rare egg machine. You can't just use, oh, no, sorry, not from the rare egg machine, but from the collaboration rare egg machine. There we go. So you have to roll from the collab in order to get the necessary cards to fit in. This happens for a lot of teams through different collaborations, and yes, it does suck. And I will tell you, I've had to do that for many of my teams. Doma is definitely one of them. And Doma is, like I said, it's not a bad card, but you have to know Doma and understand how to frequent a team like this. So Doma's leader skill, because Doma is a transformation card, is a 1.3 times part break and egg drop rate for entering the dungeon as leader. So you're gonna get a buff for breaking parts off of dungeon encounters that have parts attached to them, and then you're also going to get an egg drop as well. For those who don't know what that is, there's an icon such as this. This is called the part break bonus, and basically you increase all your stats while you're encountering a character or a monster that basically is in a dungeon that has parts attached to it. The part break ability allows you to have a chance to break that part and then obtain it as an additional card while also obtaining that creature in cards. There's a lot of cards, but I don't know if they changed them into part break cards, but we had a similar mechanic years ago that stretched out where different bosses in bosses of different descends had additional pieces, and you needed those additional pieces to evolve that card into another card or to get a certain weapon assist. Now, with Doma here, Doma does have a different leader skill, but you need to activate his main skill, which is I listen to you and you can tell me. At a max turn of 36, recovers 50%, no, 25% HP, 30 for the next 35 turns, light orb skyfall. I mean, water orb skyfall delays your enemies for 3 turns and then transforms into his next form, which is upper to Doma. Full water creature, triple attributed of water, and has the Blood Demon Art Frozen Lotus. 2 times attack and damage cap to 25 billion for this ally, and 2 times movement time for 2 turns, removing all locks and then creating 5 water orbs. And then during the water skyfall, it is a 50% HP increase. So so if you so happen to have a skyfall going on, your skyfall will then give you, during the skyfall, you'll get an additional 50% HP recovery, which is good. Dumbest leader skill then changes to You Certainly Worth Eating. Reduces damage by 82%, and then +5 linked water orbs, as well as a 250 times attack when adding 4 combos, and inflicts 10 million damage when a cross break is activated. So a cross break is basically this right here, this awakening. Cross attack. When 9 times attack, it reduces damage when darkening orb surge by 6 turns. When a cross of orbs has the same attribute as this monster is activated. And that basically means just create a cross with 5 water orbs or whatever orbs of the color, because you can't change the attribute of a card with particular equips. So if you match the orbs in a particular order of a cross, then it will trigger that ability, and it also trigger Doma's ability. Doma has some pretty good skills here. I mean, awakenings attached to him. I'm For his base, there is the Blind Resist Plus, the skill Blind Resist, the Yin Protection, which is 2 times HP, RCV, and 5 times damage when a floor, 5 times attack on the floor on the floors where um, the moon icon is displayed. And that's basically what this, like, some dungeons will have a moon or sun, and if a card has that particular icon in their awakenings, they're going to get stat buffs during that dungeon. We also have the Poison Skyfall recovery, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, resist poison. And then we have 2 super enhanced combos for 10. We have a super cross, and we have the voice, because of course most of the cards in this collab have it. I did give Doma the equipped for Madhu and um, I forget what the card was. Madhu and Lanium, just to basically give the skill boost, the team HP, and the part break. But creates a half roulette or board. Yeah, you really don't use it for that. I was using this for a particular team composition for a dungeon. I don't even remember what the dungeon was. The next card up is Gyuta. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these names incorrectly, because I've never watched Demon Slayer. I only know because it's Demon Slayer because of the collaboration. Jinyu Timu Tamu Jinyu and Tanjiro. All right, there you go. Jinyu and Tanjiro. Tanjiro, I believe, or Tanjiro, sorry, is the main character of Demon Slayer, because I've seen him in a lot of artwork for the anime. And I guess Jinyu is his friend, or I don't know. I don't watch Demon Slayer, so I don't know this shit. Alright? All I know is that he's in the game, and his ability is that for his first awakening, water breathing, 3 form water flowing dance is a max skill level of 5 for 2 turns. Damage cap is set to 23 billion for this ally, and voids attributes worship for 2 turns, removes locked orbs, and creates 10 water and heart orbs, and then this skill evolves to its final stage, which is Hinomaki Kagura. Setting Sun transformation for 2 turns. 2 times attack and damage cap set to 23 billion for this ally. And voids damage absorption for 2 turns. Removes locked orbs and changes all orbs to water, fire, and heart, and then returns to the first stage after use. So basically, it's a looping ability. So you really have to be careful and pick and choose when you want to use either one. If you would like to use this card also has a similar ability to that of uh, Doma, where it's going to use the cross ability as well, but we kind of really don't care too much about the cross ability. But you can see it there. Next up is just Ginyu on his own. Ginyu's ability is on a max level 5, 3 turns. Water breathing, second form, water wheel. 2 times max HP, piercing damage void. Damage cap set to 4 billion for this ally, and creates one roulette on in a 7x6 board for 1 turn. So basically, gets you out of those small board rotations that come up through dungeons, which is really good. And then a roulette to help you in terms of dungeons that hit the roulette as well. Comes with Levitate 2, 10 super skill boosts, the Part Break, the Voice, and the skill bind resist, the super skill boost in the bind resist. I gave this card the Silver Rendra necklace for the super skill boost, the skill bind resist, and the team HP, and the buff HP for 50. I think it's 50%, or is it 50? Yeah, 50 HP. It's a standard setup. I forgot about the awakenings, but here's the thing: a team like this, their awakenings change because of various dungeons that people like to throw them into. The next one up is Kiria. Kiria is, funny enough, an MP exchange monster. This is the monster that from the collaboration that you can exchange the MP for, and it's actually a really good Awoken Bind help support card. We will not lose. Fully recovers Bind, Awoken Bind, and Unmatchable, Skyfall Foresight, and reduces damage by 40% for the 6 turns. It's pretty much this team's standard defense in a lot of cases. I believe most teams that were built from uh, Demon Slayer use this particular card for its 6 turn shield, its ability to clear bind unmatchables and awoken bind status, while also being able to produce those 2 double HP enhanced orbs, Skyfalls, as well as that L unlock, which is really good for a team like this. So you need all the defense you can get from your cleric, and this is a standard setup for a cleric. I believe I gave it the equipped for Lever's, was it cleaning tools, just to give a set of team HP buffs, the super blind resist, yellow and dark or skyfall chances, and it's just a decent enough card there. We're gonna move over, of course, to the last card, and this is Holy Clan leader Levacy. Okay, or Laufey. I don't remember this card, but this is actually not part of Demon Slayer. This card is actually part of the Gung Ho collab that came right after Demon Slayer. This card is basically here on the team because now there were some teams that replaced it for another card that I do have. It was one of the other cards from Demon Slayer that's actually really good because people wanted it for the weapon assist. I do have it, essentially, but let me go over this one just real quick. So, Gate Hands is a 2 times attack and damage cap set to 28 billion for this ally, pierces damage void for 2 turns, and then a skyfall for 3 turns of water orbs. Excuse me. I mean, pretty decent stats for this ability, which is very low level stats as well for her. But basically, you use her in combination with Doma, so that Doma can get the orbs that Doma needs to make the crosses, and then be able to take it out. Because even if you trigger her ability later on in dungeon, or say for instance, your Skyfall to get overrun with another Skyfall, you can just use her Skyfall to help you do that. Unless the dungeon is Skyfalling blue orbs as it is, and you don't want to. But if you want to control it, then go ahead by all means. Now, the other card that I wanted to also mention for Demon Slayer is the card that is taking up her place, and that is, oh, here it is. So this is Gyoko. This is one of the highly seen inside out monsters, not only for this team of Doma, but also because of the weapon assist that it has attached to it as well, which is Gyoko's X, which is remove locked orbs, change all orbs to water, dark, and heart, and then all other ally skills charged by 4. That's primarily why he's here, but there's also the mention of the assist abilities that you get as well. Skill boost 7 times, 7 combo enhance plus. Then you also have the 2 team HPs, the super water and dark orb enhanced Skyfalls, which does help out a team like this. And it's basically just gonna help with visual preservation of things. And it's still a really good equip for particular teams that want to um that are running water, but they also have like a need for the team HP and the skill boost and even the 7 combo. Now, I did not put this card on the team because the particular dungeon was already running a particular set of abilities. I think this is still relatively a good team, and I don't know where exactly or could honestly don't know where he stands in most cases, because water is one of those things where there will always be some new water card coming out that just fits into the system of the game over time. It's nice that they brought back the cross mechanic, and I do agree it could be a little better, but it is currently not right now. But this is, I mean, there's so many water cards out right now that just do amazing work. So I can't really flaunt this card as a bad. I mean, this team. Well, the leader of this team as a negative at all, because it's definitely gotten me through some content. It's still an amazing card with its setup. And people do adore this card because of the mechanic that it brought back to life, which is the cross mechanic. Do I have any other real things about it? No, not really. Because honestly, if Digimon comes out, my main focus is going to be on repairing the Digimon teams. And I've been saying there's a lot of MP because I heard a Digimon was going to be MP. That is definitely highly needed. I think the only other card that I don't know will be in the roster, because we know what the sought out cards are going to be: Yoli and Hawkmon. Then it's going to be Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode. And then, of course, what is it? Imperial Dramon Paladin Mode for Animal here. Even said Ken. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I don't want to go any too further into it because I think right now the team that I have is very stable. It checks a lot of things. Weapon assist can be took off for other weapon assists if need be. And it's just pretty much solid here for a blue team. I will come back to you guys on other teams as soon as I possibly can because I want to record as much as I can and then see how well they push for the algorithm. So maybe I'll do 1 or 2 a day, but I don't want to stretch it too far. But hey, that is just, up to you guys. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, hey, I'll stop. But until then, I'm just going to make as many of these team videos as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section. And I'll just catch you guys next time. HPJ signing out. Take care.